This is not a truck. This is not an SUV. This is a statement. The Hummer H1 is back for 2026, louder, wider, smarter, and more powerful than anything else on or off the road. Built to dominate terrain, command attention, and remind the world what true off-road authority looks like, the H1 isn't trying to fit in with modern SUVs. It's here to stand above them. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the 2026 Hummer H1, a legendary nameplate reimagined for a new era. Strap in, because this beast does not believe in limits. To understand why the return of the Hummer H1 is such a big deal, we need to go back to where it all began. The original H1 wasn't designed for malls, city streets, or suburban driveways. It was born from the battlefield. Derived directly from the military's Humvee, the H1 was engineered for survival, durability, and absolute capability in the harshest environments on Earth. It didn't care about comfort. It didn't care about efficiency. It cared about one thing: getting through anything in its path. When it entered the civilian market in the 1990s, the H1 instantly became an icon. Its extreme width, towering stance, portal axles, and central tire inflation system made it unlike anything else sold to the public. Celebrities, off-road purists, and hardcore enthusiasts gravitated toward it not because it was practical, but because it was unapologetically excessive. Over time, changing regulations, fuel costs, and shifting consumer tastes pushed the H1 out of production. But the legend never died. It lived on in movies, military convoys, and the memories of those who admired its raw, mechanical honesty. Now, in 2026, the H1 returns, not as a retro novelty, but as a fully modernized machine that still honors its brutal roots. This isn't nostalgia for nostalgia's sake. This is a deliberate resurrection of an off-road icon, updated for today's world without softening its edge. The moment you see the 2026 Hummer H1, you know exactly what it is. There is no mistaking this vehicle for anything else on the road. The first thing that hits you is the width. The H1 still carries its unmistakably wide track, with wheels pushed far out toward the corners. This isn't for looks, it's functional. That wide stance provides insane stability, especially when crawling over rocks or powering through uneven terrain. The body design is brutally geometric. Flat panels, squared-off edges, and a nearly vertical windshield give the H1 a military-grade presence. The hood is tall and muscular, with bold vents carved into it for cooling. The front fascia is dominated by a massive grille, flanked by modern LED headlights that retain the classic round-inspired shape while delivering cutting-edge illumination. The bumper is not decorative. It's heavy-duty, reinforced, and designed to take hits. Recovery hooks are prominently displayed because this vehicle expects to be used. Skid plates underneath protect vital components, and everything about the front end screams purpose. Move to the side, and the proportions are pure H1. Short overhangs, massive wheel arches, and towering ground clearance make it look unstoppable even when parked. The doors are thick and industrial, with exposed hardware that emphasizes durability over elegance. At the rear, the H1 remains functional and aggressive. A full-size spare tire is mounted proudly, the tailgate is wide and solid, and the taillights are modernized but still simple and tough. There's no unnecessary chrome, no fake vents, no aerodynamic tricks. This vehicle doesn't pretend to be sleek. It embraces its toughness. The 2026 model also introduces modern finishes, including matte paint options, rugged two-tone color schemes, and blackout packages that make the H1 look like it rolled straight out of a special operations unit. Every angle reinforces the same message: this vehicle exists to conquer terrain. Climb inside, and you'll immediately notice something surprising. It's still rugged, but it's no longer primitive. The cabin has been completely reimagined while staying true to the H1's utilitarian soul. The dashboard is wide, flat, and built from durable materials designed to handle dirt, dust, and abuse. But now, those materials are paired with premium finishes, soft touch surfaces, and high-quality stitching. The seats are thick, supportive, and designed for long off-road sessions. They're wrapped in tough leather or advanced synthetic materials that resist wear while offering heating, ventilation, and power adjustments. Even on rough terrain, the seating position keeps you upright and confident, giving you a commanding view of everything ahead. Technology finally meets the H1 in a meaningful way. Front and center is a large touchscreen infotainment system that handles navigation, media, off-road data, and vehicle settings. The interface is clean and responsive, designed to be used even with gloves on. Physical buttons remain for critical functions, because when you're bouncing over rocks, touchscreens alone don't cut it. Digital displays replace old-school gauges, offering customizable layouts that show everything from speed and torque output to suspension articulation and tire pressure. A 360-degree camera system helps you navigate tight trails, while underbody cameras let you see obstacles directly beneath the vehicle. Despite its hardcore nature, the H1 now offers premium audio, wireless connectivity, and modern driver conveniences. Climate control is powerful and effective, insulation is improved, and road noise is better controlled without muting the mechanical character of the vehicle. This interior proves that toughness and technology don't have to be enemies. The 2026 Hummer H1 finally gives you comfort without compromising capability. Under the hood, the 2026 Hummer H1 delivers performance worthy of its name. Power comes from a high-output, modernized powertrain designed to deliver massive torque rather than chasing high top speeds. Expect output comfortably north of 400 horsepower, with torque figures that feel borderline ridiculous. This vehicle doesn't sprint, it surges forward with unstoppable force. Acceleration is surprisingly strong for something this large, with an estimated 0 to 60 time in the mid 5-second range. That might not sound supercar fast, but for a machine built like a tank, it's genuinely impressive. Power is sent through a heavy-duty transmission tuned for low-speed control and off-road precision. The drivetrain is full-time four-wheel drive, paired with locking differentials and advanced traction management systems that adapt to terrain in real time. What truly sets the H1 apart is its portal axles, a signature feature that increases ground clearance without raising the center of gravity too much. Combined with its massive tires, the H1 can clear obstacles that would stop most vehicles dead in their tracks. On pavement, the H1 feels planted and confident. Steering is heavy but deliberate, reminding you that this is a serious machine. It's not meant to carve corners, it's meant to dominate everything else. Off-road is where the 2026 Hummer H1 truly comes alive. This vehicle doesn't just handle trails, it owns them. With extreme ground clearance, massive approach and departure angles, and a suspension system built to articulate over rocks, the H1 can crawl, climb, and wade through environments that most vehicles would never attempt. The central tire inflation system allows you to adjust tire pressure on the fly, optimizing grip for sand, mud, rocks, or pavement. Locking differentials ensure power goes exactly where it's needed, and advanced traction control systems work in harmony rather than fighting the driver. Water crossings, not a problem. The H1 is engineered to handle deep fording, with sealed components and high-mounted air intakes. Steep inclines feel manageable, side slopes feel stable, and the vehicle's width gives it confidence in situations where narrow SUVs feel nervous. Despite all this capability, the H1 is surprisingly controlled. Suspension tuning absorbs punishment without feeling sloppy, and the vehicle never feels out of its depth. This is not a crossover pretending to be tough. This is real, mechanical off-road engineering. Even a beast needs brains, and the 2026 Hummer H1 delivers modern safety tech without diluting its mission. Advanced driver assistance features include adaptive cruise control, lane monitoring, blind spot detection, and collision warning systems. These systems are calibrated for a large, heavy vehicle and work subtly in the background. Structurally, the H1 is incredibly robust. Reinforced panels, high-strength steel, and a rigid frame provide a sense of security that few vehicles can match. Multiple airbags and modern stability systems add an extra layer of protection for occupants. This is a vehicle built to survive, and now it's built to protect. Let's be honest. Nobody buys a Hummer H1 for fuel efficiency. That said, the 2026 model is more efficient than ever before. Modern engineering, improved aerodynamics, and smarter power management help reduce consumption compared to older models. Range is respectable, especially with a large fuel tank designed for long-distance off-road travel. Practicality comes in a different form here. Cargo space is generous, the interior is easy to clean, and everything is designed to be used hard. This isn't a grocery getter, it's a tool, a lifestyle vehicle, and a statement all in one. The 2026 Hummer H1 sits firmly in the premium, ultra-capable segment. Pricing reflects its exclusivity, engineering, and heritage, placing it well above mainstream SUVs. Trim options focus on purpose rather than luxury gimmicks, with packages that emphasize off-road performance, tactical styling, or premium comfort. Customization plays a big role, allowing buyers to tailor the H1 to their specific needs. Competitors are few. While vehicles like the Mercedes G-Class or high-end off-road trucks offer luxury and capability, none deliver the same raw, military-inspired presence as the H1. This vehicle exists in its own category. The biggest strength of the 2026 Hummer H1 is its authenticity. It's not pretending to be something it's not. It delivers unmatched off-road capability, unmistakable design, and a sense of dominance that no other vehicle can replicate. On the flip side, its size, cost, and thirst mean it's not for everyone. Urban driving can be challenging, and this is not a vehicle you buy casually. But that's exactly the point. The 2026 Hummer H1 is not about compromise. It's about commitment. If you want the most extreme, capable, and commanding off-road vehicle available, something that feels mechanical, powerful, and unapologetically bold, the H1 delivers in a way few vehicles ever have. This is for enthusiasts who appreciate engineering over trends. For drivers who want to go where roads end. For those who don't want to blend in. The Hummer H1 doesn't ask for attention. It demands it. So, what do you think? Is the 2026 Hummer H1 the ultimate off-road icon reborn, or is it simply too extreme for today's world? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more high-octane car content, and turn on notifications so you never miss a review. This is DriveFactor style, power, performance, and presence, and we'll see you in the next one.